the freedom of talk has given me the most fulfilling sense of purpose and value I've had as a teacher, because I can see that I'm making a real contribution to each of my students' learning, and I think it shows in their improved speaking fluency.
I think it's helped me to trust my students more. Yes. I realize that they can learn on themselves, by themselves, and they don't always need me. And sometimes in a class, I won't get to every group because a couple of pairs are doing all right, or at least that day they're doing all right, that they don't have any questions, they don't call me over. Where in the beginning I felt like I had to get to each group at least once, each lesson, and now I don't. So I think in that sense I've changed, in that I have more confidence in my students, give them freer rein.
I had for a long time thought that a lot of my students had nothing really to talk about except for food and maybe just food, and that after a while of giving the class over to the students, you would run out of things very quickly. But I found from the talk system that if you give them some parameters and some ways to communicate, they can do it. They after a while, they will discard the tools to a certain extent and talk about other things as well, but they're talking in English. I think it really helped me to see that Japan is not so unique that the students are unable to communicate the language without explicit direction. It was very helpful for me to see that.
It's very teacher friendly, and therein lies the rub for many teachers who are used to traditional classroom teaching where they're in control. It was very hard for me to relinquish control because I felt I knew better, and that was the way I was trained.
Well, it's had a good effect on my behavior in class, frankly. I feel a lot better because I really have more confidence that what I'm doing is worthwhile. And my presence there for 90 minutes is it's essential, it's useful, it's productive, even if I'm standing for 10 minutes, not saying a word, just watching them, seeing who's doing what. Maybe very simple things I'm doing. I'll go to this group and I say, okay, why don't you start this step? I can see that you're not talking much right now. Why don't you go to tool 6 and you be A-san and don't look at this. You be B-san, don't look at this.
Die Vorzüge des Talk-Learning-Systems sind zunächst mal eine große Zufriedenheit. Sowohl bei mir, was ja auch wichtig ist, aber natürlich vor allem bei den Lernerinnen und Lernern, weil die einfach oft zum ersten Mal in ihrem Leben, was Sprachunterricht angeht, merken, dass da ein Zusammenhang besteht zwischen dem, wie sie lernen und dem Ansteigen ihrer Kompetenzen in der Fremdsprache.
It's really helped me improve my teaching a lot. It's introduced me to this whole idea of student-centered, real student-centered learning, and it's been excellent. And it's really helped me become more creative in the way I teach. All these exercises and activities that come in the study tips here, these are all great. A lot of them are great ideas, and I've been able to adapt and add my own variations to these things, and that's been really excellent for me.